Good morning to everybody on New Year's Eve 2024-5. Now, we're going to have a look at another CD, and it's the very last one of 10cc ever did. Well, album, CD, and this is their Mirror Mirror. And if I show you the back, there's all the tracks, if you can see them in order. Bring it over to camera. There's all their tracks, and there's even an acoustic version of a Not in Love. Now, this is the booklet what goes in with the CD, and as you can see, all the tracks again, and picture of Graham Goldman and Eric Stewart. As I flick through it, it shows you different pictures and that. I don't know if you can. I move this over to there. If you can see who wrote that, because this first track. Let's go through the tracks first, and I'll tell you what's on there. Now we've got "Woman in Love," Code of Silence, "Bluebird," "Age of Consent," "Take This Woman," "The Monkey and the Onion," "Everything is Nothing," "Ready to Go Home," Grow Old with Me," Margaret Wants a Mushroom," "Peace in Our Time," Why Did You Break My Heart?" "Now I'm Gone," and then you've got the final one that is the acoustic version of Not in Love. And as we go through every track and look at them, now let's get to our first one. Yvonne. Now, Yvonne was written by Paul McCartney and Eric Stewart. So that was an unusual thing, because they usually write with each other and that. And this one was written with Paul McCartney, the famous Paul McCartney from the Beatles. That was on Yvonne the One. And then Code of Silence was written by Eric Stewart. Then we got Bluebird, what was written by Graham Goldman. And then Age of Consent was written by Eric Stewart. Take This Woman was written by Eric Stewart and Graham Goldman. Then we got Take the Monkey. Oh, the Monkey and the Onion. Is that right? The Monkey and the Onion. That's what it is. And this was written by Graham and trying to see who it was. Graham and can't read the other person's name. I don't know if it's. I can't really. Tim Rice? It's written Graham and Tim Rice. Tim Rice was known for his classical stage shows and that. And then our next one was written by Eric Stewart. Then we got, let's see, which one is this? Ready to Go Home. What was Andrew Gold and Graham Goldman. That was unusual, because they did do partnership. They formed Wax some time ago, in between the sort of, and then you've got Andrew Gold Graham Goldman with Grow Old With Me. Then Margaret Wants a Mushroom, and this was written by Eric. Then Peace on the Earth was Peace in Our Times was Graham Goldman and Stuart Pidgeon. That was unusual. Never heard of him before, bottom of me. And then you got Eric and Graham with Why Did You Break My Heart? And another one, Now You've Gone, by Graham Goldman. And then our final one is the acoustic version of the acoustic session from 1995 with which was written by Eric Stewart and Graham Goldman. And this came out in 1995, and if I show you the pictures in the booklet, that's the first one. As you can see, that's Graham and Eric. And then there's different photos on there with the lyrics on there, both sides. You can see that. Excuse me for sneezing, and that's another pictures. So, and there's these are like, I think they're cabins, you know, like what you have by the sea and that. And this is so into each track. This is a typical got the old real feeling of the old 10cc sound. One of my favourites got to be I like Yvonne and the Onion. I give that a 6. Cold as Silence a 7. Bluebird, that's sort of like a sort of style on a Beatles song, so I'll give that a 5. Age of Consent 7. Take This Woman, that's got to be 8. Monkey and an Onion 7. Everything Is Nothing, that's got to be a 6. Ready to Go Home 5. Grow Old, another 7. Margaret Wants a Mushroom, that's got to be 8, because I like that. Peace in My Times 7. Why Don't You Break My Heart, that's a 6. And Now You've Gone, that's a 5. And of course, Not in Love, that's a definitely 8, because I like the acoustic one. And I give the album completely all round. It's a good album. It's got the old 10cc feel and that. And I give it a overall a 7. And this is the very last studio album that they did. And they did write some songs with McCartney, Tim Rice, Andrew Gold, some other people, and I think it's Stuart Pidgeon and that. And this is quite a good album for its time and that. And it's got the old feel of the old 10cc sound and that. The songs have got that sort of style and that. And this is my look of the last 10cc studio album, what came out in 1995. And it's called Mirror, Mirror by 10cc. And this is the last one like the studio albums, but I will be doing a review on the greatest hits in the future. But this is my look at all the 10cc. I think they did 11 studio albums altogether. There's been all sorts of others, consolations, remixes, reissues and all that, and different types and that. But these are the 11 original album, the studio albums, what they did as the band, not as consolations, greatest hits and all things like that. And this is my look of their very last album together, before they decided that sort of everybody disbanded. But Graham Goldman is touring as 10cc with a couple of the people from the second lineup and that. So this is my look through the history of 10cc and all their studio albums and CDs and that, because I don't think this is out on vinyl. I don't know if they're going to release this or the other ones what came out on CD on vinyl. Now people are buying vinyl again. So this has been my look of 10cc over the past few weeks and that, and I hope you enjoy my trip down the 10cc's history and that, and looking at every different album, CD. And if you enjoy my little talks and other things that I do, and you would like to come and join me, you can subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. There's no charge, and you're more than welcome to subscribe. The more the merrier. Help me build the channel in the new year and that. And I will wish you a fond farewell, and take care of your friends and your loved ones. And whenever you are watching this, I hope you are safe, morning, noon and night. And because it's New Year's Eve, I'll wish you all a happy New Year, and be safe, and I hope it's a prosperous New Year, and things are better for people all around the world. And I'll say catch you on the flip side for 2026.